Hello. I'm testing this out. I just want to see if this works. Because I don't know. I guess I'll find out if somebody enters. I just want to know if they can see or hear me. Okay. It looks like it's working. Okay, so there is a delay, but that's fine. Hello. So I decided to do this thing. I'm just kind of testing stuff out. It's been a very long time since I've streamed. And there's, of course, a lot of new features and everything. And I have a new computer, so I just kind of want to make sure everything is functioning. So that's what I'm doing. Nothing too fancy. Oh, that's kind of neat. There's subtitles on Facebook, at least. I don't know if there is on anything else, but that's kind of fun. Kind of cool, actually. Nifty. I think I can have like weird little music playing, so I'm gonna do that. It looks like somebody else is watching at least. Hello. Oh, there's other people watching too. Hello. Oh, hi, Brooke. I'm testing this out because I haven't streamed in a really long time, so I'm just kind of fucking around, making sure that everything works. Is the audio working? Like, can you guys hear me? Oh, I see other people are watching too. Hello. Hi, Shelby. All right. They say that it sounds good, so that's good. Hello. Hi. So like I said, I just kind of wanted to make sure that everything was working. I got a new computer, and I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to computers. I'm really good at pretending, but I legitimately have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. It took me like 3 hours just to set up my camera to work. But in all fairness, I'm using a PS5 camera, which is not supposed to really be used on a PC. So I had to figure out how to install the driver. It's a bunch of all technical bullshit, really, is what it is. But anyways, I wanted to make sure that everything was working because it's been, believe it or not, over a year since I've streamed, which is kind of wild to think about. Jesus, I just dropped something. But yeah. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Tyrell. Oh, you say my face looks good. I feel like I need to shave, and I want to completely shave my head. I want my head to feel like a sex toy. That's the goal. I want it smooth, and you know, like how sex toys have that like kind of rubbery. It's not rubber, but it like that weird smoothness to it. I want that. I want my head to be a sex toy. God damn it. Uh, yeah, I want to completely shave my head. That's one of the many things that I want to do this year. Um, Actually, while we're on the subject, everybody uh, who I haven't already said this to, Happy New Year. We fucking made it. It's 2024. It can't get worse, can it? uh, I feel like every year since 2001 has just been progressively worse than the last. Oh, Matt says that I should shave my head. It's so freeing. Yeah, I mean, I've shaved my head before. The only thing is I'm really bad at like continuously shaving my head because it like keeps growing back, and I don't want to. The problem is that I am lazy when it comes to self-care, which I'm trying to get better at. But my workaround is I've tried to talk my friends into shaving my head for me and doing it on a regular basis. So basically, I just need more friends that want to shave my head. So if there's any takers out there, anyone with like a shaving fetish specifically, that would work. Then you could pay me to shave my head. That would be ideal, actually. But or if you just want to go buzz on someone's head, I will be your guinea pig. Because the worst that can happen is that you shave my head. Like, it's fine. Oh, I think Lola wants to go out. Hold on. There you go, baby. Lola was trapped in my room. All right, but yeah, so on the subject of it being a new year and it being 2024, I guess one of my goals or New Year's resolutions, which is it's really dumb. I think. Hold on. The idea of a New Year's resolution, I think, is kind of dumb because, like, why do we have to wait for a new year just to like come up with goals for ourselves? I think it's kind of dumb. But with that being said, I came up with some goals for myself in this new year because I'm kind of dumb. But basically, I just think that everybody should just be in a constant state of self-assessment and evaluation. And like, why can't we just always be thinking about, oh, okay, am I happy? Do I want to be happy? And what things make me happy? And then like just come up with the little things that you want to do to reach, happiness, I guess. Or whatever your goals are. Maybe your goal is not to be happy. Maybe your goal is to be miserable. In which case, I think everybody should be free to be miserable if they want to be miserable. But yeah, so I have this goal of mine is to get back into being creative and expressive. This past year, in 2023, I kind of leaned into making music, which was fun, but I did it in a way that was kind of expensive, and I paid for the studio time, and it was really nice, and I made a good handful of songs that I'm very proud of, and I like the way that they sound, but I want to do that without having to spend a lot of money. But also, last year, anyone who knows me, I don't know who I don't know who exactly is watching right now, but anybody who knows me personally knows that Andreas and I bought a business last year, and that kind of took over our lives, which I guess I could have predicted, but um, I also underestimated just how much it would. Uh, but uh, I haven't been able to stream, and I haven't been able to do my podcasting thing really for a whole year. So hopefully, maybe this year we can get back into doing that. This is a test to just kind of try this out and make sure everything is working, like I said before. But I hope this year to get back into doing podcasts, to get back into doing creative, expressive things. I want to make videos. I want to make music. I want to make a fool of myself. I want to make bad decisions publicly. And, you know, I feel like now is a good time to do it. I mean, it's as good a time as any, I suppose. But yeah, what are all of y'all's goals for 2024? I want to hear um, all the things that you want to do, and I will share them. Uh, so just let that be known. If you leave a comment, um, I'm gonna probably splash it up on screen. So if it's something heinous, just know that that's gonna happen. But I want to know what you all want to do this year. Like, what are your goals? It can be something super big. It can be something super small. Something really silly. Absolutely anything. And I'll share some of mine. Like I already shared one of them. One of my goals is that I want to do more creative things and do more creative projects. And I guess this is a start of that. All right, Kenneth says that he wants to do something heinous. What's the heinous thing? Or is this just like a general heinousness? You just want to be heinous. I want details. Give me all of the heinous details. My sister says hi. Hi, Melina. Ooh, okay. All right. Brooke says financial security and shark cage diving. I can definitely relate to the financial security. I spent way more money than I should have last year on the aforementioned music studio thing, and that kind of fucked me over. But I want to fix that this year. But shark cage diving, that sounds fun. It sounds mildly terrifying, but also exciting. Shelby says, my goals for 2024 is to have a healthy birth for my second child and stay at a job for more than 3 months. Damn. Okay. I didn't know that you were... Actually, I think I did know that you were pregnant again. But congratulations. I hope that everything goes well. And yeah, staying at a job for more than 3 months, I can relate to that. At least past me, I used to not last very long at jobs. I would just kind of jump from one thing to the next. But I think that that's good when you're trying to find a good fit, you know? I think it's important that somebody doesn't stay somewhere if it's not a good fit. So don't feel bad about not staying at a job for more than 3 months. However, if it's a goal of yours, I hope that you find a job that's worthy of you being there for more than 3 months, if that makes sense. Don't settle. My sister says, I don't want to have a baby. So is that a goal? There's... This is going to sound really horrible, but there are ways to prevent having a baby. They exist. So it's kind of on you, but it's okay. It's okay. I know that accidents happen. That sounds awful. Jesus Christ. But no, I think you have plenty of children. And I won't make it public or anything, but I heard the good news about Lila, so congratulations to her. Kenneth elaborated that it's just general heinousness. That's good. I I like kind of imagining what general heinousness is. Uh, like, what exactly does that mean? Is there a heinous way to walk? Is there a heinous way to speak? Well, there's definitely a heinous way to speak. Uh, the way that I responded to my sister was probably heinous. I'm so sorry, Malia. You know what I mean, though. She says, I do have a lot of kids. Too many. Okay, I'm glad that you're not upset with. Jesus. Okay, hold on. There's a lot coming in. Sean's goals is to get his license, start driving our new car in time for the birth of the baby. That's good. That's good. God, maybe I should add getting a new car to the list for this year. Jesus Christ. I feel like any second my car is liable to just fall apart. It squeals every time that I move, and I don't need people to jump in here and be like, oh, well, if it's squealing, it's this. This is the problem. I've taken it to so many places. We fixed it, and then it just fucks up again. My car is just a monster. It is a cobbled together Frankenstein monster that I will probably die in. So hopefully that doesn't jinx my year. I hope I don't fucking die in that car. Jesus. I don't know what this is referring to, but I'm just gonna leave that on the screen. And if anyone's just listening to this in the background, Brooke just said "dick out" randomly. I don't. Is that a? Are you telling me to whip my dick out, or is this something else? I don't. I'm not gonna show my penis on Facebook. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. But if you do, this is actually a good segue. If you do want to see my penis, I will. Not on a live stream, but on the bottom of the screen is my Venmo if you want to send me some money. I don't care how much. It can be 1 penny. Whatever you think seeing my dick is worth. I don't care. To touch back on what Brooke was saying about financial security, there's not a lot that I won't do for money. Sounds awful. Actually, on that note, so I started this thing where, in the interest of making some extra money on the side, and in the interest of helping people indulge in their unique pleasures, let me back up. So a couple months ago, I was putting on a pair of socks. I know several people already know where this is going. But I was putting on a pair of socks, and I realized that there were holes in them. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to wear these anymore. So I went to throw them away. And I was holding this pair of socks over the trash can. And I was like, no, I'm not going to throw these away because I know that somebody will pay money for these. So instead, I messaged people that I thought would be interested. And sure enough, the first person that I messaged responded, and they were interested in them. And I was like, okay, I will wear these socks for, a few days in a row, and then I will send them to you if you just send me money. And they sent me money, and sure enough, I wore the socks and I sent them to them. So with that being said, I found another pair of socks with holes in them. So instead of throwing them away, if anybody is interested, again, my Venmo is right there on the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling across. So I do not kink shame at all. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, back to the comments. Chris says, I would also like to not have a baby. I support that. I've never given birth before, and I don't think you have. But I know that passing kidney stones really sucks, and I feel like babies are just giant kidney stones. So yeah, I support that. That's a good goal. Kenneth says you can make any action heinous if you're heinous enough. I wonder what that threshold is, and if we have crossed it yet. Okay, Celeste is coming in here, keeping it real. I need to get an oil change. That is the. Is that your goal for 2024? I like the idea of having an extremely achievable goal. Like my goal for 2024 is to sleep sometimes. Like I like the idea of it just being something that's going to happen regardless, and then you're not disappointed. Then you're not, at the end of the year sitting there, everyone's counting down to midnight, getting ready for 2025, and you're just like sulking in a chair with flashbacks of all the things that you didn't do. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything, but all right, Amanda says she wants to read a bunch of books. What books? I know that you read a shit ton, but are there any particular books you're looking forward to reading? She also says dick out 2024. I'll probably, get my dick out a few times. That actually brings me to another one of my goals. Okay, so I want to be creative. That's one of my goals. Financial security is definitely another one of my goals. I also want to have so many orgasms. I want to touch and be touched. I want to. Towards the end of 2023, I started to give myself this mantra, and I'm going to go into 2024 with the same mantra. I want to selfishly indulge in pleasure. That's the vibe that I'm feeling for 2024. And like me personally, I kind of want to lean into my polyamorous side a little bit more. So for anyone who's not aware, before they start freaking out, Andreas and I are in an open marriage. We're allowed to talk to and do things with whoever we want. We're very, very open. And I kind of I like the idea of having multiple partners who, we all love each other. And that can be varying degrees. That can be, leaning towards like friends with benefits. So that can be, actual like life partner kind of scenarios or whatever. But I want multiple people to engage with sexually. Anyway, so yeah, dick out 2024. All right, my sister said my real goal this year is to invest in myself, get my business up and running, go back to school and travel more. Yes, yes, yes to all of this. All of this. The best thing that you can invest in is yourself. So I support that. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that I can do to help as well. Travel more, I definitely relate to that. I'm hoping to travel as much as I can. It's so hard though. Like having Banh Mi, our bubble tea business. So Andreas and I have a bubble tea restaurant. It's like a bubble tea and street food restaurant. But it's really hard to be able to travel and do things because we have to work in this restaurant, and it's mostly just myself and Andreas working, and every now and then we might have like a friend or two help us, but we're not really in a position to have like full-time employees. So it kind of puts us in this weird place where it's like, okay, we want to do all these things, but we have to be in the store. And yeah, technically we can close the store if we want to do things. But then we're missing out on money because the store is closed. So we're trying to figure out that balance, which is the whole process, but we're working on it. Oh, Andrew says OnlyFans. I actually, I was thinking of doing an OnlyFans, but doing it not specifically for like sexual things. If anyone wants like weird kinky videos or like video chats or anything like that, just message me. Like, you don't have to fucking subscribe for any of that. If you message me, we can figure something out. But OnlyFans originally, before it was kind of taken over by sex workers, was meant to be a way to pay artists and creators of all kinds. And I was thinking of doing something like that. Basically, what Patreon is what OnlyFans was intended to be. But yeah, so I was thinking of starting either a Patreon or an OnlyFans, and maybe doing some of my like creative work and like posting on there, and allowing people to subscribe and have access to those things. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, and it kind of goes against some of my beliefs, because I like the idea of art being free and just throwing it out into the universe. But I also like the idea of people being allowed to pay whatever they want. So maybe there's some kind of a middle ground, but I don't know. It's definitely worth looking into. But if I did make an OnlyFans, Andrew, would you be a subscriber? And would you would you be interested in seeing anything? Oh, Chucho says hi, puto Steven. Hola, puto Chucho. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, my sister said, can you sell my underwear? I mean, Jesus, I need extra cash. I'm assuming that she's saying Jesus as in like the religious figure, and not referring to Jesus, who commented above her. Though, I don't know, maybe he's interested. God damn it. Yeah, I can probably sell your underwear. I don't know, like, I feel like half of my friends from high school had a crush on you anyways, so maybe, we can figure something out. I am not going to give you their names, but I'm sure you already know anyways. Alright, moving on. For anybody who is trying to manifest financial security in 2024, Cody's got you covered. He's helping you manifest. You get that security. Oh, my sister said in all caps, why didn't I know this? And we've gone too far. I don't know what she's referring to. I'm so behind. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments, but I'm behind. Okay, Amanda said romance books always. Get that oil change and do it with your dick out. We're already encouraging a lot of heinous behavior in 2024. I feel like we're off to a good start. There's going to be a new wave of people getting oil changes with their dick out. There will be several arrests. It's the new TikTok trend. It's the new thing to do. So get your oil changed, get your car lubed up, and then keep your dick out. Celeste says I should also learn how to read. I actually feel like I relate to this a lot, because obviously I know how to read, but it's hard for me to read a book. I feel like I don't have the attention span for it, or I'll read the same sentence over and over again. It's kind of rough. So oftentimes I end up just reading small blurbs of things, or books with small little short stories or fun facts, or just books of poems and things where I don't have to be focused for a very long period of time. I don't have that problem with video games. So if a video game has a lot of reading, I'm fine, but I just can't handle reading a book. It's the most difficult thing. All right, Robert says hello. Hello, welcome to the stream. Sorry it's taken me a while to get to these comments. I'm super behind. For anybody who's just joining, we're sharing our goals for 2024. And they can be anything. Narwhalye1 says hi. Hello, Narwhalye1. That's really hard to say quickly. But they said that they have a question. you don't have to announce that you have a question. You can ask the question, and then I can answer it. But yeah, feel free to ask. I don't care what it is. Well, depending on... Well, no, just go ahead and ask. There's no harm in asking. Maybe. Alright, Chris said, gonna have to make it a goal to read the Bible after all this OnlyFans and dicks out talk. I mean, if that'll help you feel better, then by all means. But all I can say is that the Bible is not going to save you from OnlyFans and dicks out. It's 2024. You can't escape it. I feel like there's room for the Bible and OnlyFans to exist, simultaneously. I actually think that they go hand in hand. They're good companion pieces, I think. I don't know what Amanda's alluding to here. She said, Chris, you get that Bible, but you know what you got to do while you do it. I don't know what you got to do while you do it, but maybe Chris does, and maybe he can enlighten us. Oh, I think he already did. Dicks out for Bible study. Let's just dicks out for everything. Dicks out for everything. Let's just do that. That'll be fine. Non-sexually though, like dicks out, but like just leave it just like kind of limp, just a flaccid dick out. Just flop it out. There no hard-ons. We don't have hard-ons for Bible study. We just have limp dick for Bible study. Melina says, go to dicks with your dick out while reading. And it's a heinous act. Covers all the bases. There we go. Problem solved. On that note, my sister says that my mom is watching. So hello, Mom. We were just talking about having our dicks out for 2024. So if you've got any dicks that you want out, by all means. We're trying to hide this? I didn't realize. I'm sorry. Yeah, we definitely don't have our dicks out. We're just talking about it. Alright, my mom seems to be enjoying this. That's good. Alright, anybody else who's just joining, if you want to share some of your goals for 2024, we're trying to get some positive energy here, get some shit going, manifesting our dreams and whatnot. Lots of penis so far, lots of penis, but not a lot of babies. That's a theme. So there's a lot of dicks but no babies, which we've got plenty. I'm Kinky Karma says I don't it's interesting that we've somehow managed to make somebody speechless and that's their username. Like that's what we have done. I feel like that's an accomplishment in and of itself. Alright, my mom shared her goals for 2024 is good health and family time, making memories. I think that we can all support that. That good health, though, seems to be so fucking hard these days. It's getting harder every day. That brings me to another one of my goals. I want to be more physically active, and not just sexually, but so I started doing this thing sort of in the middle of 2023 where I would have regular dance parties, and that really made me feel like fucking good. Like I didn't expect something so simple to make me feel so good. And like, yeah, I love music and I like dancing, whatever, but like physically it made me feel good. Like I had more energy, and I would feel like kind of, it was like feeling high almost for like a week afterwards. So I want to do that more often, and for a while I wanted to have like a weekly dance party, but it kind of petered off because things happen. But every time that we had a party, and more recently our New Year's party, I've just made sure that there's room to dance and that there's loud music, and that we get, at some point everybody's got to like move, and it just feels so good. So I think I want to definitely dance more uh, in 2024, but I want to move more too. Like I want to maybe go for more walks, or go hiking or something. um, Maybe not roller skating after the incident, because I did break my elbow in 2023, lest we not forget that. But uh, but yeah, I want to move more, and I want to move more in a fun way. I don't want to fucking go to the gym and like touch a bunch of sweaty things. I just want to move, but have fun doing it. That's what I want to do, and I feel like that'll contribute to good health. Celeste says, "I'll take a baby if y'all don't want them." So that's it. Just, if anyone has any extra babies lying around, throw them over at Celeste. She'll take them. Hey, Chris is here. Hey, how you doing? A lot of you will probably remember Chris from the podcast with benefits. Hello, welcome to the stream. He says dance more in 2024. He also asked how the party was. The party was a lot of fun. I wish you could have been there, but it's okay. There will be more parties. I don't know when you started tuning into this, but I got a new PC. It's nothing super fancy, but it functions, as you can see now, which is nice. But I'm kind of testing out streaming again and making sure everything works. I got this camera set up and everything. But yeah, I think this is the year. I was saying this earlier. I want to get back into streaming. I want to get back into doing creative stuff. I know that we've talked about doing podcast with benefits again. I really, really, really want to do it. And I know that I've been a shitty, annoying, flaky thing with all of this. But I want to get back to it. So right now I'm testing things out, and it seems like it's going fine. So that's good. So yeah, we should definitely plan a thing. Just saying. I miss you too. Oh no, Kenneth is calling me out. Said wasn't touching a bunch of sweaty things one of your goals. No, not necessarily. I said that I want to touch and be touched. Doesn't have to be sweaty. And I want to orgasm a lot. Again, doesn't have to be sweaty. I don't even have to be touched by someone for that to happen. But we'll see. I did discover some new things in 2023. But we can share those maybe in a future podcast with benefits episode. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, I've been indulged in some things that I wouldn't mind indulging in more. Yeah. All right. So there's a lot of good goals in here. So some highlights, I suppose, are get an oil change. I think that's good advice for everyone. I feel like everybody always needs an oil change. So let's do that. Dicks out. That's a good goal for 2024. No babies unless you're Celeste. If you do happen to accidentally have a baby, give your baby to Celeste. we can provide instructions if necessary. And yeah, and making memories, health and happiness, all of the above. All right, that's pretty good. Oh, and also if you by any chance if you're a lunatic and are at all interested in weird, heinous things from me, my Venmo is scrolling on the bottom. You can also feel free to message me on Facebook or anything if you want to show your support. Dicks out cannot happen on the live stream, but it can happen in a private message. Chris says the fact that I don't remember the last oil change, it feels like a legit reason to go and get one now. So that's on the list now. See, oil change is something that like I always need because I always forget. It just perpetually. I feel like I can get an oil changed and then I'll blink and then I'll need an oil change again. Once I went a whole year without getting an oil change just because I could have swore that I just got an oil change. Different car, by the way. I was talking about my car being a squealing mess. I'm actually trying to take care of this one. But it was a mess before I even got it, so. Sorry, I'm like clicking around on this thing. They've got this music option. Let's try this. Let's do this. What is this one? Ugh. I don't like that. All right, I'm gonna go back. All right, I like that better. Whatever. I know they put a sticker in your window that tells you exactly when you need to get your oil change, whether it's by mileage or a specific date. I know this. But that doesn't mean that I pay attention to it. Also, it's always inconvenient. Like, whenever I remember that I need to get an oil change, I'm like laying in bed at 2 in the morning or something. Or if I'm in my car and I notice the sticker, it's when I'm on my way to work and I don't have time. Or it's when I like just realize that I only have $2 in my bank account. Hi, Davin. Davin sends a smirk. He knows what's up. He knows it sticks out for 2024. New goal for you, Focus. Like a Ford Focus or daily oil changes 2024. Only if your dick's out. New rule. So hold on. You say that the sticker is gone now. Do you remove it so that you don't have to be reminded that you need an oil change? Is this like so that you can like live with yourself? Or is it gone just because it's been years since you've had an oil change and it's just disintegrated off the windshield? I need more information. All right, we've got some people catching up in the chat. All right, I like this. Manifest all of this. I don't really believe in manifestation, but I just like to say it. It's one of those things that I've said ironically so long that it's starting to become part of my vernacular. But yeah, this. Great things happening this year. Please, for the love of God. Like I said, I don't think we've had an actual good year in this country since before 2001. And I was barely conscious then, so it's just been progressively worse, I feel. So yeah, we need a good year. Please. One thing that's nice though is whenever we have a really shitty year, like in general for the world or for this country, it's generally a pretty awesome year for video games. So maybe that's the price that we paid to have a great year of video games. The whole world has to suffer and all of that, but we get good games. The amount of people who are trying to help one another with oil changes, it's wholesome. But yeah, you can get an oil change at Goodyear. There's also what is it called? I think it starts with an A. I don't know. There's a place you can go. You don't have to make an appointment. You just drive up. It's like a little expensive, but there's coupons online. You can also change your oil yourself, but like nobody does that because let's admit it, we're all lazy or we're idiots. Okay, we're all one of those two things. I happen to be both. But yeah, so everybody goes to an establishment to get their oil changed instead of doing it their own selves. I don't know what this means. What is this? Is this referring to a gun? I don't know what this means. Am I dumb? Big iron on his hip. I don't know what this means. I feel really stupid right now. I don't know. This is true. Davin is getting married this year, and I am the best man in the wedding. That's not like a goal though, because it's happening. Like it's not something that I have to work towards. The work is already done, or at least it's happening. But yeah, that is something to look forward to. I am looking forward to that. It's exciting. It's a little terrifying. Not necessarily, that Davin is getting married. Well, that's a little terrifying. But it's terrifying, like just being more and more cognizant of the fact that we are old and getting older. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I mean, that's life, I guess. But yeah, that is exciting. You're right, it is a milestone. I'm just looking forward to the reception, honestly. Like I said before, just any excuse to get people together and dance, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So maybe this is I don't think it's that hot of a take. But I mean, weddings and marriages and all these labels and stuff, I don't really put too much stock in those. And maybe it's just because of the whole like polyamorous thing. Maybe it's because I'm a little rebel. But I don't know. I think that if people want to be together, let them be together. And if we want to celebrate it, let's celebrate it. So like a wedding is fun, but like I want to skip ahead to the party part because that's the part that is exciting to me. Not being in like not being married. You know what I mean? Not being the one getting married. Jesus. That is true. I never did have a wedding reception. Well, I feel like I've had multiple mini wedding receptions, if you think about it that way. Because every party that I have in which Andreas is there is like a celebration, that he's in my life. Actually, I kind of like that way of thinking about things. Every party that we have is a celebration of having each person in the party in our lives. What if every day was like that? Just a celebration of all of the people. Why are you just saying it again? Does that mean, I feel like this is a gun thing, but I don't know. I don't understand. Big iron on this. Are you like, Are you getting rid of wrinkles in clothes and you just have this iron, this large, this enlarged iron on your hip, so that if you walk around and you see people with wrinkly shirts, you just burning them? Is that what that is? Is big iron? Did you have like a hip implant or a hip replacement made of iron? So you just have like a an iron rod in your hip? I don't understand. I don't know what I don't know. I guess I could Google it, but I don't want to interrupt the whole thing. There's a lot of hips going on. I'm not hip to any of this actually. I I don't understand. I can understand that. My mom says, as a parent, when your children get married, it's joyful to think that they found their forever friend and will never be alone. I like that, and I do agree that it is joyful. Uh, but I also think that you can have a forever friend without getting married, and you don't have to necessarily have like a relationship or a life partner in order to never be alone. Because like in actuality, many people have forever friends, even if they're not, in a relationship or married or whatever. Um, like I mean, I have several forever friends that are in this chat right now, and I think that's nice. And I don't think anybody is ever alone, ever, ever, ever. I actually think it's impossible in this modern day and age to actually be alone. You can feel alone, but and this is getting, I guess, I don't know. This is gonna be a Stevenism, and I'm sorry. But like you can feel alone, but I don't think anybody is ever actually alone, because at any given point in time, we are always connected to someone or something. And even if you're in a space by yourself, and even if you're in a space by yourself for a very long time, you will never be in a space that has not been impacted or inhabited by somebody else before you or after you. So there is always like a line connecting everything and everyone together. So I think that's a joyful thing too. Nobody will ever be alone, and everybody is a forever friend. And again, that's just that's just how I see things. It can. I'm not. I'm not saying that that is how everything has to be necessarily, but that's how I like to think about things, because as somebody who often feels alone, it's nice to kind of always, in the back of my mind, have that kind of sitting there where it's like, okay, you know, uh, I might be feeling alone or sad in this moment, but like I just get kind of overwhelmed and blown away by the idea of everybody who came before me and everybody who will come after me, and knowing that I'm like a part of that. Like I'm a dot in the connect the dots picture, or uh, I'm a plot on the plot chart or whatever. All right, this is uncalled for. Steven farts in rooms on purpose for this reason. I mean, if you think about it, every room you've ever been in has been farted in, or will be farted in, and we're just always breathing in other people who came before us, and we're breathing ourselves in, and anyone who comes after us will be breathing us in, and everyone who came before them. So like, that's actually weirdly beautiful. That's weirdly poetic. But yeah, and it lingers. It lingers. There's bits of everyone everywhere. We'll just sit with that for a moment. Just let that steep our brains. I can't even read this. Celeste said Steven's making crop dusting beautiful. Oh, okay. I like this. You're never alone if you've got farts, and I like this because it's a double entendre for us. Because we're in a group chat where we refer to ourselves as the farts because of the Festival of the Arts at Disney World. Anyways, too much explanation for something stupid, but yes. Yes, we can refer to it as fluffs. We all fluff. Everybody fluffs. God damn it. We went from babies to dicks out to, which is already an awful trajectory, to now farting in an elevator. Oh, I'm sorry, oil changes, and now farting in an elevator. But my mom says if you fart in an elevator, it travels when the doors open. Arguably, it travels even when the doors are closed. It just travels vertically, unless there's like some kind of a vent or a way for the air to escape, which I would assume that there is. But yeah, there's farts are inescapable. I'm sorry, fluffs are inescapable. Unless you're a mom, in which case. Oh no, it's still inescapable. Fluffs. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I have no idea what's going on anymore. This is indicative of 2024. Welcome to the chaos. Jesus. All right, we're doing this. Okay, if you fart in the front part of a train while it's moving, how quickly will the people in the back smell it? We don't have to do this. We can actually I don't think that we should do this. I feel like this is a question for we need an expert. We need a professional. Is there like a physicist or an astrologist who can help us answer this question? Oh god. Yes, that's the correct reaction. You did well. This is the only acceptable response. But we have plenty of unacceptable responses. If you fart in the front of the train and someone in the back is eating, do they eat the fart? Guys, I'm not even reading them anymore. I'm just gonna put them on the screen. Oh God. I want that on a bumper sticker, actually. I think you're always eating a little bit of fart. This is... Baby's out, oil's out, dick's out, farts out. 2024. This sounds like a nightmare. If you fart in a jar and freeze it, can you still taste it? Yikes. I'm going to make a margarita out of Cody's freezer fart. What color would this margarita be? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I guess... I'm speechless now. I don't know where to go from here. So I 1000% green. Okay, all right. Okay. So like a traditional margarita color, or would this be like a more like a darker or a deeper green? We don't need a shart sickle. I don't condone shart sickles. All right. So I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you everyone for joining. I think I'm gonna make this sort of like maybe like a weekly thing. I don't know. Whether it's a sorry, I'm still stuck on some of these things. Hi Liam. I have to say hi because he said hi. So I think I'm gonna do this weekly, whether it's a part of an actual podcast or just for fun, just because why not? I feel like this is kind of therapeutic. Believe it or not, to get on here, we can talk about our feelings, we can make each other laugh. I think that'll be good. So yeah, I think we should have a weekly farting session together. And yeah, we can just kind of talk about our week, and wax poetic about farts and the interconnectivity of things. But yeah, this was nice. Who'd have thought that sitting alone in my room and talking to a computer screen would be I don't know, kind of cathartic. But yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this again Sunday. Why not? Let's do it. So yeah, if you see a little thing, a notification that I'm going live, this is probably what it's gonna be like. But yeah, I'm glad that I got this all working though. This is nice. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know who all was here in the beginning, but I got a new computer and I wanted to get it all figured out. I cannot. I cannot. Oh my god. Uh, I wanted to get this all figured out, and it looks like it's working gloriously. So that's nice. It's nice. It's nice hanging out with you all. I like it. So yeah, same time next week. Let's do it. I'm gonna make this a fucking thing. Maybe this is my New Year's resolution. To have weekly, whatever we can call this, and hang out with you all. But yeah, and then maybe some of these can be, you know, a proper podcast. Like I know Chris and I really want to do podcasts with benefits again. I want to do something video game related. I don't know if it'll be Dual Senses specifically or something else, but I don't know. I want to do stuff. I want to fucking do stuff, and I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to not do stuff. But yeah, but thank you everyone for tuning in and tolerating all of this. But yeah, I love you all, and have an awesome night and an amazing week. Happy New Year.